Hi everyone, video update this week. So a few things out on the course to talk about. So on the greens we've got a bit of anthracnose knocking around. It's very common on greens this time of year. It used to be that you very rarely heard of it, and now it's the second most common disease behind Fusarium. Yeah, so we sprayed for it in July early, and we'll spray for it again. It's like I say, only affects POA. Which is good from a point of view that we can overseed and get rid of the patches quite simply, and that's what we'll do. But going forward, we need to just make the POA as strong as possible. POA is a great grass. It's kind of like your star striker that's very injury prone. So it's very great grass to work with. However, it does, every single disease does seem to affect it. But like I say, going forward, we'll make the POA as strong as possible going into this time of year. It's something we're never going to get rid of the anthracnose, the pathogen in the soil, but we can manage it a lot better. So we'll manage it, like I say, much better going forward. We've aerated and dressed the greens, which is a cultural practice to help deal with this thing. This time of year we do that anyway. But so there's some sand on the greens at the moment. Obviously, we don't have a brush currently. The people that broke into our shed took the lawn tractor which drags the brush around. It is being replaced, everything is being replaced. Like I say, it's just a transition period on that one at the moment. But so yeah, but we walked the greens last night, cut them this morning, they're looking lovely. But like I say, there is a bit of anthracnose knocking around. That is not to be confused with a bit of mottling on the greens here and there. That is basically this time of year, same as the trees, same as everything. It's transition time. Nights draw in, grass starts going into like it's basically winter mode. So you get a bit of colour change on the greens. Obviously you feed them to try and balance out that colour as much as possible. So I fed them yesterday, and that's just it's just part and parcel of going through this time of year. But like I say, we manage it. We're 4 months into a journey. We'll manage it going along. We're going to granular feed the greens again next week, keep pushing them through, get them as happy as possible, and that's what it's all about, make the grass as happy as possible, and keep working through there. We'll do that all through the winter, so there'll be a lot of aeration going on this winter, sand going in, not to the point of view where we're doing it every single day. It's just literally once a month we will be out there doing some form of aeration to make sure that we're keeping that surface as happy as possible, keeping the plant as happy as possible, trying to keep it as smooth as possible with the sand, and yeah, just doing what we can to make sure that as we go through the winter and come out into next season, we're as strong as possible, and we've got great greens through the whole season next season. Yeah, and what else we got? We've got quite a bit of animal damage on the tees currently, which is again something that we're not going to get rid of. However, we can manage it much better. So what they're currently doing is a food source in the ground, which is basically leather jackets and chafer grubs, which this time of year are nice, big, fat and juicy. So they're going after them. As you notice, they're mostly pretty much exclusively targeting the tees. So I don't think that they've been sprayed before for the leather jackets and chafer grubs. Now, a few years back, the EU decided that we couldn't use Chlorophos anymore to target these areas, which was what we used to do up until about 2018. So now we can spray a product called acelepryn, which we can only spray late October, early November, and you can only spray 10% of your course with it. However, obviously we will spray greens, spray tees, spray approaches, and just spray them and basically take away the food source that the animals are going after. And yeah, and like I say, manage that going forward. We're sorting the tees out every single day, fixing all the damage, but like I say, it's quite disheartening. The boys are making the tees look lovely, and then coming back the next door and have to do it all again. So we'll manage our way through that. We'll figure out other ways of reducing the damage, as in like we put lights around some of the tees that come on when things get near it, on the worst ones, say 18 and 3 at the moment, and some stuff like that. We'll figure out what we need to do to keep get that not happening as much as it currently does. Yeah, apart from that, like I say, we've had a very dry August, which after the July, which had 100 mil, August has had 20 mil. So again, good from everyone's playing point of view. Everyone's enjoyed the summer holidays, I'm sure, but I would quite like some now, just to sort of help her get the course going into the autumn nice, and just pushing everything through. But I think it's looking nice. I'm really happy how how well everything's held on in the dry conditions over the last month. So, but as we move forward into October, just like a bit of help from Mother Nature on that front, and then we'll say everything we do from now on through all the way through and basically till next March is all about getting these surfaces, get these areas prepared as best as possible for next season. Obviously, I know there's still part of this season to go. Of course, we'll keep presenting it as best we possibly can through this season, but like I say, most of my attention now will be on how we're going to come out of the winter and how I want to start, how good I want to be at the start of next season, and how I want the greens to react all the way through next season. And so that job starts now. So yeah, any questions, please ask me when you see. I don't mind people asking me questions. It's great. I really love the fact that you guys are so interested in what we do and ask a lot of questions. It's fantastic. Yeah, and yeah, hopefully speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.